Hey all, Hibber here. So we're out in the Z-39 again here today, and if you watch this channel, you know it's probably my favorite destroyer, at least one of my favorite destroyers in the game. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you enjoyed this video here. So this is like a perfect spawn in Z-39, and I'm running a full sonar build. I'll show you in a minute, because I think this is the whole point of the ship, really. This tier 6 destroyer has a better sonar than the tier 8, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, let's have a look at my build here, because it's different. I'm using Lutjens, he's a cruiser commander, I know that, I don't care. Base Swirsky as inspirations, Ingenious Expose here to give better sonar, and we have acoustic chamber as well. So these two sonar boosting perks here gives you almost 5 kilometer torp detection and 5.6, I believe it is, ship detection. We'll see in a minute here. 5 kilometer ships and 4.7 torpedo detectability. Anyway, it's really good. So anything within 5 kilometers of you almost will be disclosed, and there is no catching this ship here, you know, in a smoke screen, anything like that, if you have your sonar on. And with this build you get no less than 4 sonars, so you can really use them a lot. And like the recharge time between the sonars is really small as well. That's another perk with this build, so you can actually use all 4 sonars as well, and that's just wonderful. You also get 3 smokes and 3 speed boost, so you have a lot of utility in this ship here. And really what it's all about is spotting enemy destroyers, and you know, it's hard to really take them out yourself, because yeah, the guns are pretty bad on this destroyer here. And you see that we spot the torpedoes instantly at a range of just less than 5 kilometers here. There is absolutely no torping me in this ship here. And like I said, the guns are awful. One, they are very, very slow to reload, and the accuracy is kind of so-so. So you are relying on your team to help you out, like in this case here, where I have another destroyer actually helping me. It's easier when you have to deal with cruisers, because the AP on this destroyer here, or cruiser, the AP on this destroyer here is really good. And if you can get all guns at a broadside on a cruiser, that is going to hurt, because these are big caliber guns here. And yeah, as you can see, this guy has used his torpedoes. He's defenseless and he cannot go unspotted. I'm keeping him spotted. He's also keeping me spotted, but it doesn't really matter. I have someone else to help me shoot, and there he is. Thank you very much, Mr. Destroyer Man. So this ship here and this build here in particular, it's centered all around the sonar. Because you can see we have a 5 kilometer range sonar. That's actually quite a bit of range. So if you get to like the middle of a cap, you can pretty much just smoke up, pop that sonar on, and the cap is just no-go for anyone else. Especially if you have this build here. See that with 2 citadels on the Trento here. From you know, the AP is good, and the HE is not good on this destroyer. So punishing cruisers is relatively easy, but taking out other destroyers, you do need a little bit of help, unless you can get to torp them, obviously. So many people ask me, so why don't you play the Z-35? Because it's better, and I don't think it's better. It has faster firing guns, yes, but I prefer the harder hitting, slower firing guns here. And I also get a speed boost on this ship here, which you don't get on the Z-35. And that means you can get into the cap as the first ship, and you can set up your ambush before anyone else gets in there. That's like indispensable. It's very, very, very important. And when you run Lutjens as well, you also get, well, not a full agile build, but you get a little bit of, you know, extra rudder, and I believe a little bit of speed as well. And I mean, it all counts if you're gonna get to the cap at least before the Japanese destroyers. That's quite easy in this ship here. Anything Russian and French, well, you're probably gonna be the last one in there, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you can get your ship into the cap and smoke up, those destroyers don't have any way of actually spotting you when you're in your smoke with your sonar on. And it's just, well, it's just a really good fun then. So there's a case to be said that Loyang and Freezeland, that we get a good torp hit. Loyang and Freezeland are better sonar destroyers, and yeah, that's true. They do have longer range, but you cannot do this full sonar build on Loyang or Freezeland, at least not yet, because they don't get the perks that Lutjens has here, and that makes a huge difference, I think. And there's another thing, that this ship here is tier 6. It's not tier 7. So you will face a lot less radar cruisers and carriers. If you face a carrier, it's usually a tier 5, not a tier 7, so it's less of a problem. So in my opinion, this is tier for tier the best sonar destroyer in the game. The torps are quite average. I think the range is 8 kilometers. They're okay fast, and okay range and okay reload. Nothing spectacular, nothing like, they're not bad and they're not super. They're pretty average. The guns, well, it's not the best gunboat. Let's just put it like that. Like I said before, it can defend itself and it can attack other destroyers, but you will usually need help in taking out another destroyer. Cruisers are a different matter, but other destroyers, it's the reload is quite long, and like I said, the accuracy is yeah, it's just not there. Let's just say that. So I usually play ships that are fun to play, and I think this is probably the most fun you can have in a destroyer, in my opinion, because it's different. Oh, that's high caliber. It's different to play this destroyer here, because you can set up traps, and I mean that's just a lot of fun. I mean, it feels like you are the hunter instead of always being the hunted in this destroyer here, and I enjoy that. And I like all the consumables as well. I like the smoke, I like the speed boost, and I like the sonar. I love the sonar. I'm having a hard time playing destroyers without sonar, because I just think it's a little bit boring, honestly. Like, I need some consumables to make me do stuff other than just, spot and torp. That's and occasionally cap. And Z-39 gives me all those options, and it's just a really good rounded package, I think. And yes, it is a premium destroyer, and for that, those doubloons, should you choose to spend them, you get a better sonar, really, and you get what is pretty much the tier 7 sonar at tier 6. And like I said, the tier 8 German destroyer gets a worse sonar than this one here at tier 6, which is completely, like, it dumbfounded me when I saw that, because I expected, I believe it's the Z-46 at tier 8. I expected that to have 5.6 kilometer sonar, and I think it has 4.4 or something. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what the point of that ship is, but I would rather play this destroyer here at tier 8 than the actual tier 8 destroyer, which is yeah. Anyway, I hope that the coming legendary German destroyer will be awesome, and I hope it'll have a, could we hope for, a 6 kilometer sonar? I don't know. We'll see. Could be fun. I mean, that could, create some fun builds, and if we got some extra commanders as well, that could, add 10% or maybe 5% to the range of, and that was a mistake there, by the way, that my fumble finger hit the wide spread just before I fired. I did not mean to do that. Just a little note here. So anyway, back to the German destroyer at the legendary tier, because I think we really need a very powerful sonar destroyer to rein in the other destroyers at that tier. I know we are getting legendary carriers, well, pretty much in a few weeks, I guess. Probably the first people will have them researched. But still, I want to be able to play a German sonar destroyer at legendary tier, and I think it's time. It's been a long time we've had legendary tier, and that tier is still not very populated, if you ask me. There's not a lot of ships there. And of course the same is the case with tier 8, but I mean, I understand that. We only had tier 8 for a couple of months. But legendary tier, come on guys, we need some more ships. So I realized to make this build work here with Z-39, you need a lot of high-level commanders. I mean, I have Lutjens and Bay maxed. Swirsky I haven't maxed, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's only like a few extra percent than on your concealment. But because it's a cruiser commander, my primary commander, you will need Bay. Yeah, at least 16-2, I think, before this build here makes any sense. Because you can see my concealment on this destroyer here is, I believe it's 5.4 kilometers, which is good, but you know, it's not fantastic. But it's good enough to you know, to do what I want in this thing here. It does preclude me from having stealth sonar, though. That would be nice, and that's why I would like to have a commander that increases the sonar range by, you know, 5%, 10% or something like that. Would, you know, open up some fun new builds. I guess we'll see. We're not getting any commanders for Halloween, unfortunately, so perhaps for Christmas, who knows. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there.